goddamn eat TV, eat pork and shit, bacon sandwiches and shit, and McDonald's. And then them goddamn rats, them gutter rats over there in Israel, them fake ass Jews, I tell you, look, they got a motherfucking what's that, a radio station? I can't remember. I think it's Coast to Coast that motherfucker was on. He say, we tell the goyim, you know how the motherfuckers talk. We tell the goyim that we put human flesh in McDonald's, and they don't believe us. Yeah, that motherfucker said that shit, and that's why you'll find a finger or a foot in that motherfucker.
He said bone in that motherfucker. Though he humble him.
But I'm just making an example. They'll put pork and all that shit, bacon and all that shit on the television, trying to influence Jake to continue eating that shit, man. This motherfucking devil's a motherfucker, man. Go ahead.
Though he humble himself and go crouchy.
Though he humble himself and grow crouchy, he'll help you out, do certain things for you. This motherfucker's a devil, man. This motherfucker's wicked, man. This motherfucker earth is given to the hands of the wicked, man. Job 9:24. This motherfucker wicked, but our people want to trust in this motherfucker. The Bible say never trust thy enemy. Are we not in our enemy's hands? Tell you that in Deuteronomy 28. Go ahead.
Yeah, take good heed and beware of him.
Take good heed and beware of him. Who we talking to? The elect. Because 2/3 gonna do what they want to do and trust in this devil. You see? So when you go into the history and when we bring it out, you need to take heed to what we're saying through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead.
And thou shalt be unto him as thou hast wiped a looking glass.
Now, when you look up that word looking glass, okay? When you look that word up, it don't mean you wipe a mirror it don't mean you wipe something away and you see the vision, okay? When you look up the word looking glass in the Hebrew, it means a vision, okay? When you look it up in the dictionary, it'll say looking glass, and then it'll refer you to mirror, okay? And when you look in the mirror, you get the true image of a person, okay? So the only way you can get the true image of Esau is you gotta go into the visions that the prophets spoke and that the scribes wrote down. And that's in the history. So that's the only way you're gonna understand what we're talking about when the Most High put spirit on you. Okay. You see that there? Go ahead.
It says, thou shalt be unto him as thou hast wiped a looking glass.
Going into the visions, you see? Because you able to understand. Before you came into these scriptures, you ain't understand the white man history. You ain't understand he was a devil. You ain't understand that shit. You didn't understand it. But now, you got the looking glass, which it will refer you to a mirror. Now you see the true image of this devil when you go into the history and when you understand the prophecies that's in this book, which are the visions. Go ahead.
And thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
Where you gonna find that at? In the history, because we showing you. We went to the Babylonian Empire. We went to right now. It's showing you. I mean, we went to the Greek Empire. And now, what you see right now? The so-called white man doing the same fucking shit.
His father's dead.
You see? Which is the devil. Go ahead.
Keep reading on that?
No, that's it on that. Go back to it. So I just wanted to throw that out there, man. Don't make me get the definitions, man. Don't make me. Go ahead.
It says, I'm going to go to verse 7. It says, so when the first was dead, after this manner they brought the second to make him a mocking stock. And when they had pulled off the skin of his head with the hair, they asked him, will thy eat before thy be punished thereout every member of thy body?
That's why the scriptures say never trust thy enemy. Because we're in our enemy's hands right now, and he gonna do the same shit to us as a nation of people, man. You see, the same shit that he did back then. And they were doing that over some motherfucking pork. So what you think he gonna do now?
Oh, the chip, nigga.
You see?
Nigga. It says, but he answered in his own language and said, no. Wherefore,
what language? Hebrew.
Also received the next torment in order as the former did. So it's like all the brothers went through that hell, man.
Going through the hell. Jump to the part about the woman, though.
It says, verse 21.
Yeah.
Yea, she exalted every one of them in her own language, filled with courageous spirits, and stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach, she said unto them, I cannot tell how ye came into my womb.
Now, these women today will tell you, I had you. These women today will tell you, I had you.
I gave you life.
I gave you life.
You in this world.
It says, I cannot tell how ye came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life, neither was it I formed the members of every one of you.
Man, that's a cold cut.
But
that's a cold cut right there, man.
But doubtless the creator of the world who formed the generations of man and found out the beginning of all things will also of his own mercy give you breath, and also of his own mercy give you breath and life again.
Man.
As ye now regard not your own selves for his law's sake.
Man. So they suffered and went through them conditions for Yahweh Shem Yahushua to honor his law. Go back. Same way we doing now. It's a sin to take that chip.
If you want to read another example, go to the 14th chapter. The old man of Israel called Razes. He did the same thing. He didn't want to follow that. He said, I ain't gonna be degraded. He tried to stab himself, and it didn't work. So he just jumped off a mountain or something. So you can read that story in the 14th. Y'all go read it, man.
And then they were like, look, you can just eat it. You can just say you eat it. You say you ate it. Hell no, man.
Yeah.
Hell no. They're just like as a nation of people, as brothers on the highway and the byway, we supposed to teach Israel the right way and be example. Don't say you gonna do something and don't follow this devil and say, oh, all you gotta do is just say you took it and that'll influence all the other people. Hell no, man. Fuck that, man. You can put me to death. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit.
Revelations 13 and 16. And he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor.
From the Bill Gates to the brother who under the bridge bombing money. Right?
Free.
Gun, right.
Free and bond.
To the brothers who out here call themselves free in America, to the ones who locked up behind bars.
To receive a mark.
To receive a mark.
In their right hand.
Now that mark right there, when you look it up in the Greek, it's called karakma, which is a stamp or an incision. As you see the brother holding the sign up, you got the stake, right? You got the chip. And what they doing is when you put a stake in the ground, you drive it in the ground. They're driving that particular chip in his arm, which a needle is symbolic of a stake. And they're driving it in his arm. In his right, it says in your right hand or your forehead, because that's where all your heat is at. That's why when you go to the doctor now, they'll take that thing and rub across your forehead, and it'll get your temperature right away. Because that's where all the heat is at.
Yeah, but that's still. Esau done it like that because he's a punk motherfucker. He always trying to upset the prophet. So that's why he got it in his arm right there. But fuck Esau.
To receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead.
You got a nasty mouth. You need to wash your mouth out with soap.
And that no man might buy or sell.
That no man might buy or sell.
Save he that had the mark.
Save he that had a mark. So when Esau locked down these cities, as it's talked about in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, when they lock down the city, you ain't able to get in. If you got the chip, they be like, they might let you in. Come on in, you got the chip. And then you got to go in there and you got to step by the way they telling you to step.
Yeah, and the military gonna be pushing that chip. The military, man.
Because we going back to the Maccabees days, you can believe it. Because the Maccabees, when they tried to do that, Judas and all them went to the mountains. They were like, fuck it, we're going to the mountains. And we're going to fight from there and come back down and take it. So you going back to the days, man.
Yeah, and they were Levites too. But you brothers who didn't know.
And if you take the chip, Revelations 14:9 says, what? Read 14:9.
And the third angel allowed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High.
The wine of the wrath of the Most High. That's nuclear fire, man. Go ahead.
Let me get on my job. Let me get on my job.
That's the wine of the wrath of the Most High right there. Thermonuclear fire. Read.
Which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, and in his presence of his holy angels, and in the presence of the Lamb.
In that when you got a wine mixture, because I used to make wine. When you make it at the bottom, we don't drink that what's called dregs at the bottom. When you read the Most High said those dregs, he said those are the wicked. The dregs are the wicked. So you don't deal with them impurities. You get rid of it. That's what the Most High gonna do. He said it's gonna be without mixture. So that wine gonna be blood red with the blood of these slain ass heathens and 2/3 our own people. Most High gonna fuck y'all up.
Yeah, and that fire is a cleansing agent. This whole place needs to be cleansed with fire.
Revelation 13:17. And he that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name, he is worshipped. Let him that had understanding count the numbers of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
666. There ain't gonna be no rest day and night for you people who accept that mark. There ain't gonna be no rest for you, man. Day and night you're gonna be tormented. Most High gonna bring famine and pestilence on you. Matter of fact, give me Ezekiel 6 and 12.
Ezekiel 6 and 12. He that is far off shall die, or the pestilence, and he that is near shall fall by the sword, and he that remaineth and he signeth shall die by the famine. Thus will I accomplish my fury upon them. Ezekiel 6 and 12. He that is far off shall die, or the pestilence, or of the pestilence.
6 and 12.
6 and 12.
Yeah, when you have pestilence is like a disease, man. So Esau them, along with that chip, Esau them gonna be putting out here, they already doing it, like the CDC and shit, they put out these viruses and shit.
Yeah, biological warfare.
Like the brother was saying up there where he work at, you got 7-8 people with the swine flu on wards that ain't even quarantined. So that's Esau them bringing them viruses back out, pushing them back out there in society and shit. So when these motherfuckers get sick, they gonna willow your way and make your ass take that chip. You know, we got cure for it. You gotta have this biometric stamp. You know, that's what it is. Go ahead.
He that is far off shall die, or the pestilence, and he that is near shall fall by the sword, and he that remaineth as they proceed shall die by the famine. Thus will I accomplish my fury upon them.
The Lord gonna take care of the elect. That's 2/3 of you heathens, man. Jump to 12 and 16 and shit.
No, no punishment for you 2/3, man. You know, some men gonna be put to death for the testimony. Goddamn heat on my body. Some men gonna be put to death for the testimony of Yahweh Shemawashah. But mainly them plagues is for you 2/3. Okay? This goddamn devil ain't gonna get all of us.
Ezekiel 12:16. But I will leave a few men of them from the sword.
See, you will leave a few of us.
There you go. That was the spirit.
God.
From the famine and from the pestilence.
From the famine. He ain't gonna let us be hungry. He ain't gonna let us catch the diseases Esau putting out here. He gonna keep us fed. He gonna keep us full of drink. The electos, meaning what? The chosen. The Greek word electos.
That they may declare all their abomination among the heathens, whether they come, and they shall.
12-16.
That they may declare all their abominations among the heathens, whether they come, and they shall know that I am Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah.
God. So it's gonna be we know it's gonna be a scary time, so to speak, but we got faith. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, he gonna take care of us. You know, us coming out here on these highways and byways is part of that. We showing them we got faith in him, coming out here pushing his word, whether they hear or forbear, man. That's why we put a lot of this on tape, so it go out through the spirit, reach people to the other side of the world. There might be elect on the other side of the world get woken up with a video, you know. But death and destruction is coming. The chip is coming. That's why that article said, hey, the European babies, hey, they gonna be forced to take the chip, and that's in a couple of months, maybe. I mean, as fast as these days are rolling, hey man, in 7 days, January gonna be gone. So it's coming, man. Time is speeding up. You know, it's all in place. The chip is here, martial law is here. They just got to, like you said, make an event happen, which, you know, which they gonna do. Hell, it might be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Cause hell, they got so much security.